Do you have any control over the way that people perceive you and the way that people judge the things that you do and how they view you as a person? You have control to a certain extent as to how people think about you and how people see you by the actions that you carry out. But I would like to split that according to like a 30%, 70%. Why am I saying that? I'll give you an example. The Israelites walked on dry ground in the Red Sea. God, through Moses, split the Red Sea, right? And they walked through it. They had a pillar of fire at night and they had a shade during the day. I'm getting somewhere. They heard God, Jesus, speak the commandments on the mountain, right? And they heard his voice, they saw thunderings, but it took Moses to be on the mountain for a few weeks, and they had already built their own God. God showed them everything that he could possibly to show them that he's God. Yet still, it did not stop them from sinning. What's my point? It doesn't matter what you do, but it depends on people's belief systems how they will perceive you. So if someone sees you as a thief, even if you have never stolen anything from them, it will never change. Even if you help them, even if you do this, unless they change their belief system, you will always be the same thing to them. So it is less about what you do and more about what they think about you before you do it. That's why a mother can love their child so much. Even if they do many bad things, the mother will never believe that the child did it or will never look at it that way because it's the way the mother sees the child. So it's less about who the child actually is and more about how the mother sees the child. The reason why I'm saying this is because I found myself in situations where I'm really trying to make people see me a certain way for what I am, what I hope I am, than what they see me to be, which is what I don't want to be seen as. Not that there's any peculiar actions that I've done, but because of the perception that they have of me beforehand. So the reason why this could be tricky is because you will find yourself constantly trying to prove to people that you're not a certain thing, but as long as they see you as that thing, you will never actually change. There's nothing you could do to change that. The same way God showed the Israelites everything and they still chose to make an idol is the same way you could do everything in your power to convince someone that you are not a certain person, you're not a bad person, or that you're genuine. But as long as their belief system, the roots of how they see you are not changed, one mistake that you can make that everyone else makes can be an argument on their side that you are the person that they perceive you to be. So what am I saying? Am I saying that you shouldn't make any effort to be a good person? No. But I'm just saying do not be surprised when your efforts aren't recognized because you think you've done everything to show that you are genuine and a good person. When you stare at the abyss stares back at you. Like, for example, when you're trying so hard not to be something, you actually sometimes end up being the thing that you're not trying to be. Because usually when you're yourself, that's when you actually are at your best. But when you're nervous, feel like you're being watched, always trying to be something and prove that you're not something, you'll find yourself being the thing that you're trying to not be because you're focusing on it all the time. So yeah, don't be surprised. It's just about people's belief system. If they never change, that's okay. If it changes, good for you. But always do your best. Always be honest between you and God. And how the other person sees you, none of your business.